Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of NASCAR Heat 5. And today's video is going to be possibly the most tense video we have this season. Reason is very simple. We're headed to Talladega for race number 2 of the round of 12. Now, Talladega in and of itself is always a bit of a crapshoot. However, we've learned some things throughout the history of the NASCAR Heat series, and in general, Talladega and Daytona are not all that difficult because we can pretty easily outrun the AI. Even in the draft, the AI really can't keep up and certainly have a hard time passing us at these tracks. And yes, that's even on maximum difficulty. So, reason number one why this is going to be very tense today is because I am going to make adjustments to the setup. Now, this is something I normally do, but I'm going to try to go sort of to an extreme today. I'm going to try to take a lot of speed out of this car. And I mean a lot of speed. Something that I'm trying to approximate is back when we did our hot seat offer, when we were in the Xfinity series and we got a hot seat offer to run Talladega for the 95 car, which is a 3-star ride. If you remember back to that race, we had a hard time getting in the lead and staying in the lead. Now, we could get to the front. That wasn't so much the issue. We could get up there into the top 3, top 5, but we had a hard time staying in the lead because we were in a 3-star ride and we just simply didn't have the speed overall to stay there very easily. So we ended up finishing, did we either got the victory or we finished second? I can't remember which one it was, but we had a great finish, and that's the type of racing that I want to do at Daytona and Talladega. So I'm going to try to approximate that by adjusting the setup in such a way that I take a lot of speed out of it. And there's several different things I'm going to try, and hopefully it will make it difficult for us to get to the front and certainly difficult for us to stay in the front. We're going to have some fun with this race. Another reason why this is going to be one of the most, if not the most tense race that we have this season is because this is race 2 of the round of 12, and we will not be running race number 3 in the round of 12. So today is our last chance to get this thing done. If we come over to the season standings, we're currently sitting in 6th place out of 8 that will make it forward to the next round. Now that sounds great until you realize we're only at a +4 in points. So we don't have a lot of wiggle room here. We need to have a great finish, if not a victory, today at Talladega in order to really help out our points position going into the 3rd and final race. So now you may be asking, particularly if you're new to the channel, why on earth are you not going to run the Charlotte Roval race number 3? Because unless we get a victory at Talladega, we're going to need another great finish at the Roval in order to secure our spot in the round of 8. Well, the reason is simple. I don't like the road courses in this game. Now, don't get me wrong. I love road courses. Love road courses. There's some of the races that I look forward to the most in other games, in other sims, but not in the NASCAR Heat series. I don't like the feel of the cars. I don't like the tires. I don't like the physics. Just not for me. I'll put it that way. It's just not something I enjoy, and this channel is all about doing things that we enjoy. So as much time as I've put in at the road courses, whether we're talking the Glen, we're talking Sonoma, or we're talking the Roval, I just cannot find a feel in the car that makes me at all enjoy racing at those tracks in this game. Now, you put me on iRacing in another type of car or even the Cup car or whatever, and I thoroughly enjoy the road courses there, but here, not so much. So we're going to skip that, which has actually turned out to increase my enjoyment overall of the game, because what it means is there's a lot riding on today's video, today's race, and when I simulate the Roval, I know we're going to get a pretty terrible finish. Something from the 17th to about 25th position is what I'm guessing we're going to get, and obviously that is not going to do us any favors whatsoever in the point standings. So we have a lot on the line today. Now, sure, I could use the setup that I posted here on the channel or some variation of that and easily have enough speed to make it to the front and lead pretty much every lap once we get there, because we will be starting in the back. That just makes things even more fun for me. I like to stack the deck against us as much as I can at a place like this just because I enjoy the challenge. That's what I really enjoy. I would much rather have us have a great race today, have tons of fun, not get the victory, and end up not making it into the round of 12, as opposed to running today's race with, a great setup, having tons of speed, getting an easy victory, and coasting our way into the round of 8. That is not what I want. I love the challenge. That's what I'm here for. So we're going to see what happens. So again, today's race, we're going to be starting from the rear, using a setup that hopefully doesn't have tons of speed in it and makes it very challenging to get to and stay at the front. And along the way, I'm hoping we have some opportunities to even have more fun by maybe trying to push that outside lane a little bit. For those of you who have known me for some time and are familiar with my work, you guys will know the high lane is where I would prefer to be. That's where I enjoy it. The closer to the wall I can get, the more fun I'm having. Now, we can't quite get there in the NASCAR Heat Series, but the closer we can get to it, the more fun I have. So with that in mind, that's a lot going on. It simply means this. Let's go have some fun at Talladega. All right, folks, it is race time here at Talladega. We'll be starting in the rear, and I decided to use one of the default setups. As I was thinking about setup changes to make, I thought, well, why don't we just try one of the default setups? So as soon as you select default setup, you'll be right in the middle of loose and tight, and I decided to go one more notch over toward the tight side. So that should make this car fairly tight, I'm guessing. I don't know that I've ever used a default setup at Talladega or Daytona before. I might have, but if I do, it's so infrequent that I don't even remember doing it. So let's see what kind of speed we've got. And to compound things even more, as if that wasn't enough that we've already put on our plate, this is going to be a shorter race. We're still using that 12 or 13% race distance, so we're not going to have much time to get to the front, assuming that we have the speed to get there at all. And I don't like the way this is starting.
Careful, still there.
Like we're falling back. We're falling back, and I promise, I have foot to the floor. So let's see if we got enough speed here. Yikes, I mean, like, this is not fast at all. We've only got 6 laps here in stage number 1, but we might be staring very firmly at a situation where we can't even make it to the top half of the field. Yikes. Boy, I said I wanted to take speed out of the car, and a lot of it, and I believe I may have gotten my wish. All right, sorry, teammate, we got to go, so I'll need you to get going. Now, I would love to jump up in that third lane up there and try to make it to the front there, but I know that's not going to work.
Got one peeking outside.
All right, yeah, we have 0 speed in this car right now. Like, literally
Stay low,
0.
Stay low. You're all clear up top.
Like, all right, I've got to run right now. I've got to get to the inside right here. But I can't go anywhere. This reminds me of when we start our own team, but we haven't gotten very far along in upgrading our car, so we still don't have a very strong car. That's what this reminds me of right now, because I can't even keep up with our teammate.
Careful.
Like, this is, it's actually pretty hilarious. I was like, wow, this setup is slow. All right, now one thing I can tell you, it's not too tight. I'm not having, there's nothing that would make me think, oh, I need to lift going into the corners. It's just plowing or nothing like that. I'm simply riding along, foot to the floor, with no speed. So yeah, this definitely is giving me strong memories of starting our own team and not having an upgraded car.
Stay low, stay low.
Yeah, this is where I would really, just because of the way my brain works, I would really love to see the actual setup here and see what it is that's making it so slow. Because again, it's pretty comfortable to drive. I can't really complain about, oh, it's, terrible to drive or anything. It's just slow. That's it. I'm sitting here with my foot right on the brake pedal, ready to press it in case I need to, just out of habit. When we get huge runs, normally at a place like this, you either need to lift off the gas or drag the brake a little bit.
Still there. Top 3, use it if you need
but right now, nope, I have not even come close to needing to do that.
You got room. You're clear.
Oh, that felt great to have a run like that on the 41 car. Man, that felt amazing. Oh, am I going to get to drag the brake? I am. I had to touch it just a little bit there to keep from running into the 43, which in my head is still Bubba Wallace.
Careful, still
It's
there.
going to take me some adjustment time. It really
All right,
is.
you're
This
clear.
2021 season is going to take
I
some
need
getting
2
used
more
to for
solo
me
laps, bud. Keep it going.
for some of these drivers in their new rides.
Careful, still there.
Look at us moving up through the field. I mean, we just burst of energy here. I did tap the brake. I shouldn't say drag it. I tapped the brake right there just a little.
Stay low.
Look at us. Okay, well, now we're back to reality now. We had a little bit of
Careful,
momentum
still
there. I mean, we had some momentum. Now, the AI, if you can believe it, are on compressed.
still there.
And trying to think, how do they word it in the options? A narrow range
Still there.
as far as the strength of the field and of the
Hold on
AI in
around,
general. They're on narrow
You got one
and
to go.
compressed start. So I did everything I could to keep the field as tight as I
Still there.
could. But you can see. Oh, had to touch the brake again. And you can probably hear it in the engine noise. That whenever I touch
Stay
the
low,
brake
stay
with
low.
this thing, it's like, woof. We just lost like 200 horsepower is what it feels like. All right, so pulling out by ourselves is not a great idea with
Stay
this
low,
setup.
stay low.
We don't have what it
Outside.
takes. But so far, we're hanging in there for the most part, touching the brake again. Oh, 34 just
All
decided
right, you're clear.
he didn't want to be on the bottom. So we'll take that. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so coming to the start-finish line, we'll end the first stage,
Careful.
and
Still
hey,
there.
we're going to get some points. Oh, really wanted to go below that yellow line.
Top 10 that stage.
Hey,
That's worth a
sixth
few points.
position. All right, now, quick pop quiz. How many of you, 2 laps into this race when we were running dead last and struggling mightily, thought we were going to get a top 10 in this first stage? All right, let's go ahead and advance on. No reason to pit throughout this race.
You're coming to the green.
All right, so we're on the outside lane. That's
Ready?
not the end of the world, but certainly not where we want to be. But yeah, I would have lost
Hold
that
your line,
bet
got one inside.
immediately.
Hold your line, got
Because
one inside.
after the first couple of laps in this race, my first thought would have been, there's no way we're going to make it to 20th. All right, 62,
Hold
we
that line,
got to
driver.
go.
Inside,
At least
inside.
until we can get to the bottom. So, it seems like
Inside.
we've been here before. The 62
line there,
finds
3
himself at the front a lot
Looking inside
at
now.
Daytona and Talladega, and we find ourselves working with him a lot. All right, I would like to drag the brake a little bit and get to that bottom line since there was nobody
Hold your
there.
line. Car there on the inside.
Let's see. 47, I need you to come down here. I can't run that high. I don't have speed to run that
Here we
high.
go now, 3 wide.
I can't get going. All right, so right now, I need somebody to get out and push. In fact, several of you, please get out and push so we can get some speed.
Still there inside.
Yeah, we're going to need some help here. Oh, hello. Somebody is trying to wreck us right now. I don't know what's going on. Is that the 2 car
Hold that
again?
line, driver.
All right, me and Brad Kay are going to have a talk.
Hold your line.
We nearly
All
got
right,
wrecked
clear out
at
back.
Las Vegas. I think it was in turn 3, on the entry of turn 3, I believe,
Careful,
where
still
we
there.
almost had a big wreck. And now here at Talladega, I mean, like literally, my
Still
steering
there.
wheel was pointing dead right. Okay, what's
Got one
happening?
peeking inside.
How am I outrunning these guys? I'm trying really hard not to touch the brakes
Hold your line.
because I don't want to break what little momentum we might
Got
have.
a
Oh,
car
get down
coming
there.
inside now.
Oh, okay. Couldn't take the chance. The 11 was there.
5 to go. This time by. Hold that line, driver.
All right, so this is not going well. It's not going terrible.
All right.
All right,
clear
we
out
need
back.
to try to
Hold your
squeeze
line,
these
got
guys
one
and get down on
inside.
the bottom. Can we get down there? Can you guys help me out? All right, 00, we know he's not going to have a whole lot of speed. I mean, he can't.
Hold your line.
All right, look at this. This is a nice run. Really, I promise,
high, bud.
I'm really looking at a way to get down right now. All right, 43, if you're going to do this,
Stay high, stay high.
then
Still
you're going to
there
have to go.
inside.
When I give you a little push, you got to go.
Hold that line, driver.
Yeah, and then he goes high. I would, trust me, there is nothing I would love to do more than to jump
3
up
wide.
in that high lane and us go to the front. It just ain't in the cards. Not for this Not for particularly
All right,
this setup.
clear
It
outside.
just ain't going to happen.
Hold your line, got one
Oh,
inside.
the speed we lose whenever I touch Bubba Wallace. Just. The good news is we're still in 6th position.
Careful.
I mean, we're still hanging in here. Now, I'm right on his back bumper right now, really trying to push him hard. But
Still there?
we're not going anywhere. All right, let's see. Let's peek out here and see what's going on. Now, the good thing is with the AI here, I can pretty much push him in whatever direction I want to, and it ain't going to wreck him.
Still there.
So we don't really have to worry about that. We can just beat and bang on his back bumper all we want to.
Stay high up here.
I can even clip him in the right rear if I want to. It ain't going to do a whole lot. All right, let's get down. We're clear, right? Yes. Okay.
Stay on the bottom.
All right, we're going to push on the 21's bumper for a minute. All right, can we get a run? All right, we got a little bit of a run. I need the 18. Let's try to get behind that 18. Oh, yeah, now we got it working.
Careful. Still there.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. We can do it.
Car outside.
11, thank you so much for just moving out of our way. He was probably thinking to himself, I do not want that dude beating on my back bumper. I saw what he was doing to Bubba Wallace. That
Still
wasn't
there?
fun. So that's all right. I can understand. I appreciate you moving out of the way. That just
Careful.
helps me
Still
out.
there.
It's not a problem.
2 to
All right.
go.
Now, I promise, Kyle Busch, I am trying to get to your back
Careful.
bumper and
Still
push.
there.
I promise I am. It's not working. All right, here we go.
Still there?
This is the best. Oh, he went. Okay, he went high on me there. Okay, I got nothing for you now. Now I'm trying to block the middle and the low lane.
Got one peeking
Yeah, this
outside.
just. Yeah, this is exactly what I was asking for.
You're all clear
You
on
know,
top
with taking tons of speed out of the car and all that. This is what it's all about. All right, so we're coming to the white flag here in
you're
stage
clear
number
there.
2. Now, we did good with stage points in the first stage. I mean, I think we did, quite frankly, incredible. Miraculous, even.
White flag is in the air.
You see what the 18's doing to me right now. See, he's just staying out there high. Even though he didn't have anybody behind him to draft with, he knew I couldn't get up to him and get by him. So he didn't care. All right, here we go. 21. All right, get in behind me, 21. Push.
Careful. Still there.
Get in behind me, push. I was just kidding. I didn't want you to anyway. All right, hold on. Who's
Got
coming
one
this on the
outside
outside now? Y'all don't be doing that. We're not doing that.
All right, clear outside.
I'm in second position. I like it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Y'all just go ahead and fall back. All right, here we go. We're going to get a run on the 18. Here we go. We're coming. Don't you come back down to the bottom. Let me have it. No, you're not going to do it. Now, it won't matter anyway because I can't get close enough to him to challenge him.
Top 5 that stage.
Look
That'll
at
get the
that.
job done, driver.
Second place. That's not bad. That is not bad. So 6th place in the first stage and then 2nd place in the second stage. Hey, we're doing all we can do right now. Once again, we will not be pitting. As long as we got enough fuel left, that's about all I care about. Tires certainly aren't going to be a big issue at this particular track. So we are starting on the outside of the front row
Drive safe, be smart.
at
Keep your head on
Talladega
straight.
with this
Be ready.
setup. Holy
Got
cow.
one peeking inside.
I just keep going back in my head to the start of the race and those
high,
first
stay
couple
high.
of laps. All right, I am trying to
Still
pinch
there?
the bottom down as much as I can because I'm trying to make
Still there.
my
All
lap
clear.
as short as I can because I know we don't have enough speed. Look at this. Look at me out way ahead here. This is me being a sitting duck is what this is. At most other tracks, you'd be thinking, wow, that's awesome. I got a great start or restart. Not here. Here you're thinking, oh no, here they come. I'm going to get swarmed. All right, so block the bottom. And I think I'm going to be good. I think. We shall see. But right now it looks like everything has calmed down. In true NASCAR Heat fashion, the outside lane has a real hard time. And I believe it's not so much, I don't think it's bad AI. I think what's actually happening is because they've added the ability for the AI to use the entire track through the corner, run multiple grooves, which is awesome. I love that. One thing it does, see, here's the 21. See, I couldn't get him to work with me when he was behind me, but now suddenly he wants to pass me. So that's how it's going to be now. He's probably going to be one of them that will send me a tweet after the race like, oh, wow, you did a great job in today's race. Like, yeah, why didn't you work with me? We could have won it. That kind of thing. That's the kind of tweets I get. But anyway, back to the AI. Because they use multiple grooves so readily, what happens is at Talladega, you don't really want to do that. You know, it's a great idea at nearly every other track, but not at Talladega, because at Talladega, when you do that, you leave your help behind. Like right now, I'm trying to get us 3 wide because I really want to get to the bottom and try to get the lead back.
Hold your line, got one outside.
But what it ultimately did is it just slowed all of us down and brought the pack back to us, which I kind of like, honestly.
Careful.
Because I don't like the whole single file, let's just play follow the leader thing at these places. I'm not down for the Pied Piper. I'm not down with that.
Still there?
That bores me to death and makes me go to sleep. It becomes nap time for me when that happens in real life.
Stay low, stay low.
All right, so here we go. Nice run. So what I'm hoping
You're clear there.
that they'll do, among other things, in Heat 6 is let's adjust that. Instead of having the AI at Daytona and Talladega just, you know, do their normal thing of trying to find a different groove and running random grooves and whatever, let's have them stay in line and try to create at least 2 lanes. I would vote for 3, but at least 2 lanes of good racing where you can try
Car high, careful there.
to push that outside lane to the front with the AI. Again, we're not talking about multiplayer or anything here. We're talking about the AI.
5 laps to go.
All right, 5 laps to go. And by now you can see a trend. I can get back to the lead or side by side to the lead, but I cannot keep it.
Careful.
This is reminding me an awful lot of the 95.
Car on the outside now.
When we had that, because I mean you can see right here, I'm trying to lead this inside lane and I just can't do it. Like these guys are behind me, but
Still there?
I just don't have the speed. So in real life, the guys who are behind me would be screaming inside those cars for me to get out of the
Still
way.
there.
They would be screaming. They would be trying to tell their spotters, find me somebody to work with so we can get around this
Clear
dude.
high, bud.
Because he could not be slower. He is killing us. And they would all be right. They would be exactly right. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I have a car that we have found out can draft just fine. We've got a, I don't know if there's anybody on the outside of me. I really want to go up there and, but I can't tell if there's somebody on the inside, or excuse me, the outside. I didn't know if we were clear, so I decided not to go up there and directly follow him. But yep, this is perfect. This is it. I need to remember this for the future. I probably won't, but I need to remember this and start using this default setup. Who knows? I might even try going even tighter on the default setup next time to see if it slows it down even more. I mean, what would happen if we could barely maybe get to the top 10 and that's it? Or top 15 or something like that. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. For those of you who remember Heat 4 in our career mode and some of the things we've done, not just in Heat 4, but Heat 3 and so on, you'll remember there were times when I would adjust the setup to the car. And I remember one time, I believe it was at Texas, where I believe it was in the Cup car. We ran like 30th, 28th or 30th or something like that in the race and actually got lapped. That's how much I slowed the car down with the setup. Now, I know for a lot of you, they're like, no, I'm not interested in running 30th.
2 to go, driver.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed it because it was a challenge. It was quite challenging because the car had no speed in it. And we were racing hard with guys for 28th, 29th, 31st, you know, whatever it was. But it was pretty awesome, realistically for me. So when I say things like, you know, I want to win, but I want to have to earn it. That's the earn it part is the most important thing for me. I can have an absolute blast running 20th and in the race go upstairs and tell my wife how much fun I just had finishing 20th. Now she gives me some weird looks, but I can have a blast running 20th and I can have a miserable day leading every lap. It's just the way my mind works. And I know there are a lot of you out there who are the same way. I mean, we're playing these, and yes, I'm going to call it a game, whether we're talking, you know, whatever racing sim you're talking about. I generally just call them games because it just doesn't matter to me what you call it.
High now.
Look at this. Look at this. We're about to get just freight train on the outside here. This is awful. And guess what? This is the last lap, and I can do nothing to stop them. Because if I'd have went up to block one move, I would have lost the inside, and then we'd have been in really bad trouble.
Still there.
All right, so let's finish this thing off. Can I get second? Let's get second. Let's get second. Get down there and get it.
Still there.
Get down there and get it. Sniff that draft. Get it. Get it.
All right.
Not today.
Top 5.
Not today. All right, so, and for those of you wondering, yes, I knew it was the last lap. I just, number one, did not want to cause a big wreck trying to block. But number two, I had to pick a lane. I chose the bottom, just hoping that we could get what we lost back. But it just wasn't to be. But third place, hey, I'll take that. Once again, after the first couple of laps of the race, if you'd have told me that we were going to get stage points in both stages and finish third, I'd have said, no, you were watching the wrong race. Because there's no way that's going to happen. And yet, here we are. Now, the good news for us, Michael McDowell got the victory, and I'm pretty sure Michael McDowell is not in the playoffs. So, Denny Hamlin, he gets a lot of points. But other than that, we come out of here with the best points day of anybody in the playoffs. Again, other than Denny. Then I'm looking behind us, Cole Custer, Eric Jones, Bobby Carter. Yes. 6th position for the old 73. I like that. Matty D finished 7th. That'll show him for not working with us. Then Joey Logano. So, I mean, really, we should have gotten a nice points day out of this. So let's move forward. Let's find out. All right, so first, here's some huge numbers here. Awesome numbers. 457 for us. I like it. Now, starting next year, we're going to get not 50% of the total. We're going to get the entire 915,000. Starting next year, and that I'm very much looking forward to. So where are we? Ooh, look at that. Okay, wasn't expecting quite that big of a jump, but playoff standings, of course, Martin Truex, by virtue of the victory, he's already in. He don't have to worry about anything. Brad K is at a plus 34. Look at us jump up there with a plus 33. Now, where are our teammates? Let's find the teammates. Teammates, Alex Bowman is in 8th, the final position moving forward. Chase Elliott, not so much. Chase, of course, we know he dominates at the Roval, so we're coming to his best track. So he's got it going on, but yeah, Matt Kenseth, he's not having a good round. It's just not his day. This is not his round. It's not his playoffs. It's not going to happen for you. But plus 33. I'm still in shock a little bit right now. I mean, I knew we were going to gain some points after we looked at the finishing order. I thought, yeah, this is looking pretty good for us. But I didn't think it was plus 33 good. So how about that? I came into today's video legitimately talking about how much tension there was going to be. But now I think it's even more as we move into our next video. So our next video, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start out by simulating the next race. Is that what we're going to do? I'll tell you what, let's don't do that. Let's just change things up a little bit. Honestly, it's just too much tension for me. I can't wait to do this. So we're going to make it happen right now. So plus 33. The reason I say it's going to be more tension is because now I'm wondering, okay, can we finish 25th at the Roval after simulating that race and still make it through the round of 8? Let's go find out. All right, here we go. Summary page. We are sitting at $13.2 million in our account. That's really going to help start a team quite nicely. All right, so now let's move forward. See what we got. Multiple drivers. Best friends with Knee Pit Gaming. Yeah, we don't have any enemies. In fact, we're not even close to having an enemy. I'm lucky to have so many great friends. That's something you don't hear a whole lot from drivers. Oh, did I call it or did I call it? Matty D showing up in the Twitter feed. Can we call it Twitter in the Heat series? Are we allowed to call it Twitter? We'll just call it message feed. How about that? So let's send a compliment to our good buddy Matty D. And then teammate William Byron. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. All right. I like it. I like it. Third place finish. Let's move this thing forward. Yeah, we're just going off script right now. I did not plan on doing this in this video. I thought we were going to end it at the end of the race and save some suspense till the next video. But now I decided, nope, can't do that. I just can't wait. So let's get this thing done. So here we are. Season standings. Plus 33 going into what is likely to be a terrible finish when I simulate this race at the Charlotte Roval. Let's find out. What are we going to get? So I'm going to press the Y button. I'm a little scared to press it right now. I'm a little scared. Why? Are you ready to simulate this race? No, not really. I'm not. But let's do it. What do we get? We advanced. I'll take it. Now I really want to know. Where did we finish? Ooh, 13th. I consider that, quite frankly, to be domination. When I simulate a race and see anything inside the top 15, it's almost like, yeah, we just dominated that race. It happens so seldom. That was awesome. Very unexpected and very awesome. Everything in today's video was very unexpected and very awesome. That's what I should title a video. If you guys look on the channel and you're like, where did he get the title of this video? It's not anything like what he normally titles any of these videos, which are very much factually based. And yet, today's video, if I decide to go with it, it'll be everything is awesome. All right, let's send some more compliments out. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Mr. Dillon. Mr. Logano, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ricky Stenhouse, also, thank you very much. Who's next? We got an arrow. There we are. William Byron, our teammate. He is consistently in our Twitter feed. Consistently. This man says, race hard and don't leave anything on that table. You are right. You are all right. You make me want to stay with Hendrick. Teammates like that. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. We are ready for race number 33 of the season. So let's take a quick look at what is coming up next in the round of 8. Kansas, Texas, and Martinsville. Those have the opportunity to be 3 wild races. I mean, Martinsville is always wild. It's just Demolition Derby at Martinsville. Texas, very, very difficult AI. Very challenging there. Love racing against them at that track. Kansas is a tough track. We've had some issues in the past at Kansas with the setup. Just working through some things with that. So, hey, why not do it again? So let's go ahead and choose our incentive contract. We're not going to get 3 top 10s. I'm pretty sure of that. But we're going to choose it anyway. Because why not? All right, folks. So that is going to do it for today. I've had an absolute blast in today's video. And I hope, so much hope, that you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. And thank you very much for joining me. And stay tuned for more career mode gameplay in NASCAR Heat 5.